Good morning. It's Monday. We got bank holiday here in the UK, so everybody's got a day off, which is nice. I thought I'd just do this quick follow-up video as to how it all went on Saturday. Oh, well, I thought it all went very well, actually. I managed to get down there. I was stopped a couple of times by the police wanting to go through my signs. Had a nice laugh and chat with the policeman. They pointed out my spelling mistakes and that, had a giggle about that. And hey, I was surprised how many policemen there was. My goodness, there must have been hundreds. Horses, I see 6 horses. Yeah, it's a big thing. And obviously they were expecting a hell of a lot more people, as was I. When I got there's only like a dozen. And then a few of the big guys turned up on the train. Yeah, you could see they're the big guy. Everybody wanted to shake their hand and stuff. Anyway, I see this big guy, the boss guy, and I says, "All right, if I just tag along on the back with my signs?" He says, "Yeah, you do what you like." So that was nice. But as we was marching down the town, I think you hear me say something about it's my street. So I think I swore. But one of the fellas in the march told me to shut up and, stop distracting from their protest. So and they were chanting about it being theirs. Whose streets are they? So I told him it was my street as well. Maybe it might be more so my street because some of these guys come in from a train. I wasn't about to let them blinking stop me from marching down my street. And it was all arranged. Hey, it was different being in there with all the police around me. Like, I suppose, were they protecting people? I don't know. But it was a good barrack. Oh, I had a great time with the police. A lot of those police guys were listening, and they were very friendly towards me. I'm sure they felt the same way as we do. So all in all, I thought it was a good time. When I arrived at the train station, I drove round first, see where they mostly were, and it seemed the station was a good place to start. So when I got to the station there, I just set up because obviously they were waiting. They was having to wait, I don't know, half hour for these guys to turn up on the train. Anyway, as I say, all went very well, didn't it? I had to hear the young guy going on about Muslims, or he wants me to put Muslims on my signs and that, yeah. So I had to ignore him. But all in all, I'm going to do this again. Hijacking other people. When the voting starts for the election, I'd like to be one of those guys jumping up and down behind the politicians, with my signs. It's going to take some working out, and maybe people in the UK, ex-witnesses and apostates in the UK, could help me. If they hear of any big protest going on, doesn't matter who it is, if they hear of any politicians visiting, anything like that, anywhere where there might be a hint of a national newspaper or something like that, anywhere where I can get in and throw our signs in there, get us on the news. So anybody in the UK, especially down here in the southeast, I've got wheels now, but so anywhere down here, particularly in the southeast, where there's a protest going on, doesn't need to be any protest. If there's an organised protest march, if down here in the southeast, I'm going to get in it with my sign if at all possible. So please help. So all in all, it was a good time. So I think this is something we could put in our, Joel, if you're getting this book together, as to things we could try. This needs to go on there. Hijacking of other events. And as I say, it all went pretty nice. Obviously, you got to be careful not to upset anybody. I tagged myself on the end, which I thought was, they do all their shouting and protesting down the front, and I'll do mine at the back, following up the rear with my big mouth. Yeah, so all in all, it worked well. Still got to have another few things to do. I've got loads of things to try. I don't really want to mention it on here because don't want it getting back to them. But I've got some real good ideas. Anyway, just as well as a follow up, I hope everybody's weekend went well. Hoping to do the apostate hours sometime if I can get it sorted out. Obviously, I have to make sure I can get up at 4 o'clock. And hey, if you haven't watched it yet, tune in. It's a great program. It's on a Saturday night. Well, for us, it goes out early in the morning, but of course you can watch it on YouTube afterwards. But it's the Apostate Hour live stream. If you can get on it, my goodness, it's a great show. The guys are doing really well. You got Faithful Slave, you got Joel, and you got good old Ricky, Son of Thunder. So it's a great show. Great guests. They've had Evie, Professor Martyrdom, and the guy from Australia. Yeah, they've had some real good guests on there. So if you haven't seen it, tune into it because it's a real good program. So it's bye for me. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Stay strong.